Greetings, Autobots, and welcome back to Autobot ASMR Transformers Reviews. You guys have been kept waiting a fair bit since my last Transformers review, and for that I just wanted to apologise. I was testing the waters with all manner of new videos and seeing the response and the appreciation towards those ones was absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much. Thank you. So for tonight's video, I thought, why not get back into the swing of things with my favourite character? Because, hey, whenever times are tough, Optimus Prime never disappoints. This is the Transformers Studio Series, Optimus Prime, as he appeared in the Bumblebee movie. And yeah, let's get started with the truck mode. Now, I'm not too sure on what this specific type of truck is, but it is a flat nose cab truck, and this is supposed to be based off how he appears towards the end of the Bumblebee movie, and I love the way this truck looks. The detail on it is absolutely incredible. Like, you come to the front bumper, cast completely in silver paint, nice headlights and grille picked out in silver, and the panel lines and rivets all across the front of the truck, as well as the windshield wipers actually picked out in silver too. Come around to the side, we have painted blue windows, and that lovely silver just streaks right over from the front bumper, right through. Wow, look at that. Brilliant, isn't it? I tell you, these figures just keep impressing me, and this is an older Studio Series figure too, but we'll come around to the other side. Yeah, same as the other side. We come to the back of the truck though. Look at that. Look how clean that truck is. That's one complaint I had with the Rise of the Beasts figure, is that the legs, the designers even outright said they ran out of budget, so they kind of had to just compromise on the legs. But this guy, they pulled out all the stops. This guy's legs. Look at this and tell me that these could transform into legs. It's so clean. And you actually have the little detail here, like this little, I'm not sure what these parts are, but you have the smokestacks here, just in grey plastic, as well as the back of the truck in grey, and a trailer hitch, though that's not really used for a trailer, but you can use his ion blaster, which actually just plugs in to the trailer hitch. So yeah, you've got weapon storage there if you want it. Let's just, come on. Yeah, there we go. I love doing noises whenever I do stuff like that. Apparently it makes for really good triggers. But, actually, yeah, I actually forgot to mention his tires. He's got some nice tires picked out with silver on the hubcaps. And, just listen to those and listen to it go. See, that's the fun part of this whole thing, is just getting to show these different figures off, you know. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think. If you enjoy them, hey, more power to you, because I think these Transformers are pretty awesome. So, let's get stuck into the transformation. Optimus Prime, transform! So, first what you're going to want to do is just get your finger here and just split what will become the shins of the robot from the smokestacks. Come around to the bottom of the truck and just take these little parts, flip them out, close in the gas cans. See, is there something blocking it? Oh, right. Close in the gas can, take this little section here, flip it so it's sitting up. That will stop the gas cans from coming out. There we go. Nice. I like to imagine that when people transform their figures, they do the sound effects like just doing all the mechanical clicking sounds. But you're going to want to just separate these little pieces like that. Come around to the back of the cab, separate it, flip in the trailer hitch. Ooh, that could have been a disaster. But yes, I remember what to do. It's been a while since I did this figure, but flip out this part, these parts, flip out these parts. Mother Russia Transformers transform you. And just take that and flip it out, so this will form the inner leg. And just before I continue, can we just look at that? How freaking cool is that? You've got gear, you've got like wheels, pistons, like wires and everything. They didn't need to do that, but the fact they did it anyway is just wow, just absolutely incredible. And you're going to want to just take the foot and split it, like sort of bring it forward and then flip it, rotate it so it faces forward, and then bring it up. Take the leg or this whole section here and just bring it down. There's sort of a lip here that you need to get over, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not too hard to maneuver around. And just bring that down, and you will see this sort of notch will fit in right about. Come on, this one's a little bit finicky to get, but hey, there you go. Look at that, a nice clean leg, and look at that. Just, I know this whole video is going to be me going, guys, look, oh my goodness, look at this guy, he's so cool. But seriously, look at that. Just, it tucks in completely, just hides the trunk. Like, I never have seen an Optimus Prime do something like that wasn't a masterpiece. But same process on this side, so we'll just sort of speed run through it. I think folks like humming as well. I never really imagined, you know, truth be told, folks, I never even imagined doing this, but the amount of love and support that you've been showing on these videos has pretty much turned this into one of my favourite pastimes, making these little videos. But sure enough, there you have both of his legs all done. And yeah, you can see we've still got a way to go. We have this whole front piece. So what you're going to want to do first is just come to the front of the truck. It's kind of similar to the Rise of the Beasts Studio Series Optimus, but it's a little bit different. So what we're going to want to do is just take these little bits here, bring them down, flip in these panels, and just leave them here for the time being. Take these side panels here and flip them out against the wheel, and then take the front of the truck, bring it outward, and then flip in these little silver panels. Like, they are important. They don't seem that important, but every piece matters. That's the thing with Transformers. So same process. Flip it. Flip, 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 flip. Flip it down. Flip it up. Flip it down. Flip it around just like you can. So what you're going to want to do is take this little piece here. It's a little bit finicky, but then again, it's because my nails aren't exactly adapt. But you're just going to want to accordion so it lays flat against what will be the shoulder piece like this. Oh, sorry, just have to stretch out a wee bit. Simple. Flip that, flatten it down against there. Take the front, extend out the windshield, flip this piece in, and then what you're going to want to do is just making sure this is sort of straightened out so the arms have more clearance, because if this cap piece is sort of bent up, you'll see how it obstructs the arm coming through. So just take the arm and then bring it out, flip down this little panel here, and we'll leave the arms for the time being because we're going to clear up all this mess first. It does look a bit like a mess, but trust me folks, like this transformation, it's really not that difficult. It's actually quite fun. It's just a matter of getting everything into place, and my filming angle is more than a little bit awkward, so that contributes to some of the hassle. But now, this is the most interesting part. This part's a little bit annoying because you have to put pressure and pop his head clean off, and there you have Optimus Prime's severed head in robot mode. Nah, but in all seriousness, what you're going to want to do is just put pressure here on the head to get this little, okay, there we go. Just bring out that little assembly here and do some at-home head surgery, and bang, take that head section down. And what that will let you do is take this entire top half and just rotate it 180 like that. And then you're just going to bring, now let's focus on tidying up the, you're going to want to take this little panel here at the top, open it up, take the head, close it in, compress the chest as if you were turning him back into the truck mode. Bring the top and fold in the wheels. Rotate this little grill piece and then plug it into his bag. And now we're just tidying up for the finished robot. So what you do is take the forearm, rotate it around like that. Make sure this bit's flattened down. Take the forearm, rotate it like that. And there you have Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. And easily this is one of the favourite Optimus figures I have in my collection. This guy just, despite not being completely accurate to the vehicle that appeared in the Bumblebee movie, this guy as an Optimus and just as a Transformer in general is one of my absolute favourites. The detail, the transformation, the way this guy looks is superb. And speaking of detail, let's get a closer look at that beautiful face sculpt. See there, just absolutely brilliant with detail. The silver on the faceplate and the little crest, the lovely little sea blue for the dome of the helmet, and the baby blue picked out for the eyes. Some silver across his midsection, and I love the little robo greeblies, little robo bits on the inside. They just really give it the idea that this was a truck that just, you know, it's every single individual little part is just moving together like just clicking together to make this massive robot, and I love that. Love it so much. Around to the legs, and like I said before, this guy just, he's clean. He's a little bit, but very tiny bit chunky at the back, but pardon me, I have hiccups. But for what it is, this guy is incredibly well defined and toned. In fact, even the little detail like this little spinning motor on the back, which even reappeared in his Rise of the Beasts figure. So yeah, this guy's robot mode is freaking stellar. But let's talk about his posability, because his head is on, well, I think it's on a mushroom peg, because you have full 360 rotation. You know, his head is on a swivel. The wrists can rotate at the upper arm and here at the wrist, but that's more so for transformation. The arm itself can bend just about over 90, and we can rotate it. Well, you would have to sort of move that wee bit out of the way, but it can rotate the full 360. Legs can move out that far, so you can have a pretty good split. They can move up that far, down that far, and you have a pretty good rocker at the toe. So yeah, Prime is rocking a pretty decent set of articulation and posability. And of course, we can't have Optimus Prime without his iconic Ion Blaster, the signature weapon of the Prime. So you can have him recreating that amazing opening scene from Bumblebee where he's charging into battle like. Let's do that. Let's do the iconic Optimus pose. You know, the one where he's like leaping through the air, leg up, like that. It's like, where's B-127? I love that movie. That scene was awesome. I tell you, like, it is just the Bumblebee movie in general. I could go on and on and on about how much that movie rocks. But in regards to Optimus Prime and his robot mode, this is definitely a figure that you should get if you can find either a reissue or, I don't know, one at a reasonable price, because people love to scalp this guy. Unfortunately, he's been a victim of Hasbro scalpers. So shop with care. Don't give money to scalpers. If you find this guy at a reasonable price, like 30 or under, and it's the genuine article, don't be afraid to hop on it. But if it's if it's a third party or it's being scalped, be very careful. Be very careful, and I'd highly avoid or recommend avoiding scalped ones, because we don't want to give those jerks our money, you know. Cheating people out of their money like that, trying to be all greedy like that, it's just awful. Miserable old people who ruin the fun of collecting for others. But let's get off that topic and do the reverse transformation. Optimus Prime, transform to vehicle mode. So I'm actually going to do a little, you know what, might as well try it. I like to do my Optimus Prime voice while I have friends over or family because they say they're like, oh, your Optimus voice is really good, but I think it's alright. But it's just one of my favourite voices to do because you just sort of have to put pressure on your throat and make it sound like you swallowed a bag of gravel for breakfast. I personally think this figure is a stunning depiction of my likeness, and I never know that these humans had created little miniatures of our likenesses to depict our war on Cybertron. But yeah, the transformation, yeah, it does look a little bit messy going into it, but think about it like this. Every step you do that's one bit of mess out of the way. You know, you get the head done, you get the thing rotated, that's it. Don't need to worry about it. It's just a matter of keeping things organized. So you have room to operate, so just, oops, hit the camera again. It's been a while since I actually filmed a Transformers video now I think about it. You guys have been, like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys waiting, so I said, you know what, we'll go back to basics today. We'll do an Optimus Prime, because what better character to pick for a video of a Transformer, and it's my favourite character, and one of my favourite incarnations of the character. Now, did you guys hear what happened with the Bumblebee movie? It was Peter Cullen actually. He got replaced initially, and they brought him in to basically read a guy's lines and imitate himself. So, like, they were so, essentially they didn't want to pay, I mean, I don't really know, I could be barking up the wrong tree, but they didn't want to pay him his full fee since he was a union actor, and as such, they basically had this rando doing his Optimus voice, and man, like, Peter deserves more respect than that. He really does. To just hear Peter being shafted and treated like that, it's disgusting. It really is. But I don't want to make this video all doom and gloom because you guys come for the Transformers. You don't really want any. Oops. You're not really here for the bad or the sad stuff, but hey. What makes life special is that the sad times, they come and go, but the happy times, they always come. They'll always come. Even when things seem their darkest, even when things look like they won't get better, they always do. Years ago, I was not in an ideal scenario. I was living in a home where I was absolutely miserable, and eventually I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So I went out on my own, and well, I've been happier ever since. I've been living my best life. And this channel as well gives me so much pride and joy to make these little videos for all of you, as well as new people, because I've noticed we've grown so much in the past short while with these videos, and it makes you wonder, what do you guys primarily enjoy from these videos? Is it the commentary, the figures, or do you just like Transformers? Oh, why did I rotate this? Having a bit of trouble with this piece here. Do forgive me. A little bit of teething problems, as it were. Does it rotate out the way or in the way? There we go, finally. I was worrying I was going to break that there, and then I would have screamed. I would have actually screamed and completely ruined the ASMR there, because this guy, I do not want to imagine breaking an Optimus Prime, let alone one of the more rare and expensive Optimus Primes in this current climate. Boy, it would have been like, oh, lovely. It would have been like the 1320 incident from the first ever video I uploaded, only tenfold. But you're just going to bring these down and just plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. There we go, nice and easy. Nice and slow. Oh yeah, like the robot police officer from Futurama. And there you go. There you have Optimus Prime back in his truck mode. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Transformers video. I wanted to do an Optimus Prime video in particular because you guys have been waiting a wee while since the last Transformers video, and I've been giving you a lot of gaming videos, so it was a good way of getting back to basics, and I hope you enjoyed this one especially, as I have a blast making these videos, especially the Optimus Prime figure reviews. So, with everything being said, this is Orobot ASMR, signing off for the day. Autobots, transform and roll out to bed till all are one.